Have you ever clicked buy or sell on a trade and just wondered what's actually happening in that split second? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain and look at something that is absolutely crucial, but honestly often overlooked, their broker's order execution quality. It's really all about whether you're getting a fair shake on your trades, and trust me, it can make or break your bottom line. Think about it like this. You see a picture of this amazing, perfect, delicious-looking cake at a bakery. So you order it, you pay for it, but what they bring you is a total mess. That feeling, that hey, this isn't what I ordered feeling, that is exactly what bad order execution feels like in trading. You see one price, you click, and you get something totally different. Okay, so let's get into the basics of this. What does it actually mean to get the cake you ordered, or in trading terms, the price that you were promised? At its heart, order execution is just the process of your broker filling your request to buy or sell. You say go, and they make it happen. Sounds pretty simple, right? Well, the quality of how they do it is what changes everything. It's all about getting your trade filled fairly and, accurately. And look, this is the really critical part. A broker can show you the most beautiful, attractive prices in the world, but those prices mean absolutely nothing if you can't actually trade at them. The price you see has to be a price you can actually get. If it's not, it's just window dressing. So what's the deal here? Why does the price sometimes shift between the moment you click your mouse and when the trade is actually final? Well, let's solve the mystery of the main culprit here, a little thing called slippage. To get our heads around this, let's imagine a little showdown. Batman wants to place a trade. He sees the price is 1.4100, and he tells his broker, let's just call him Spider-Man for fun, that he's all in. But then, Spider-Man pulls a bit of a fast one. He waits just a second, and then comes back with a totally different price. 1.4150. All of a sudden, the deal is not nearly as good for Batman. He was just slipped by 50 pips. And those tiny little price changes, they can add up really, really fast. Not cool, Spidey. And that, in a nutshell, is slippage. It's just the difference between the price you thought you were getting and the price you actually got. Now, what's interesting here is that this isn't always because a broker is being shady. Markets move at lightning speed. And in that tiny fraction of a second between your click and the final execution, the price can genuinely change. This is especially true when things are volatile, like during a big news event. But, and this is super important, slippage isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes it can actually work in your favor. When the price moves to your benefit, we call that positive slippage or price improvement. You literally get a better deal than you asked for. On the flip side, when it moves against you, like it did for poor Batman, that's negative slippage. A really good, honest broker is going to have a fair mix of both. All right, so we get the problem, but what's the solution? How can you actually grade your broker to see if they're playing a fair game? Well, it's time to check their report card. It really all just boils down to knowing the right questions to ask. A transparent, high-quality broker isn't going to hide this stuff from you. In fact, they'll probably be proud to show you. Okay, first up, the spread. This is simply the difference between the buy and sell price, and it's one of the main ways brokers make their money. As you can see, a normal spread is way better than a wide spread. A wider spread means you are paying more on every single trade you make. What you want, obviously, is a broker with spreads that are as tight as a drum. Next up is speed. How fast are your trades actually getting filled? The ideal average execution speed you're looking for is 0.1 seconds. That's 100 milliseconds, or even faster. Why? Well, it's simple. The faster the execution, the less time there is for the price to move against you. Speed kills slippage. And this brings us to the really juicy stuff. You need to ask for the hard data. Don't just ask if they have slippage, ask for the real numbers. What percentage of their trades get positive slippage versus negative? What's the average improvement in pips, both ways? If a broker is pretty much only giving out negative slippage, that is a massive red flag. A fair broker should be giving you price improvements too. So now you've got the metrics. It's time to put on your detective hat and turn all this knowledge into a real plan for finding a great broker. Your whole investigation should start with one key document. It's called the Order Execution Policy. Any respectable broker will have this and should give it to you, no questions asked. It basically outlines exactly how they handle your orders to get the best possible result for you. If they don't have one or they hem and haw about sharing it, be very, very careful. To make this all super easy for you, we've boiled it down into one ultimate checklist. These are the exact questions you should be asking any broker before you even think about trusting them with your money. Okay, let's run through this. Number 1, get that order execution policy. 2, is their process fully automated? Any manual intervention can cause delays and slippage. 3, ask for their average spreads and make sure you ask for both peak and non-peak hours. 4, is their average execution speed under zero point 0.1 seconds? 5, demand to see their detailed slippage stats. And finally, number 6, this one is completely non-negotiable. Make sure they are properly licensed and regulated. And here is one final, absolutely critical piece of advice. If a broker gets defensive or just flat out refuses to answer these questions, that's your cue to be suspicious. Transparency isn't some optional extra here. It's the entire foundation of trust. Any broker that acts like they are above scrutiny is a broker you should probably run from. So there you have it. The power is officially in your hands. You know what to look for, you know what to measure, and you know exactly what questions to ask. The only thing left to do is go and ask them. So take a closer look. Is your broker getting you that beautiful cake you ordered every single time?